What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sunday.
I have no new Netflix anime things to report.
It's Sunday. We're doing Story Snark again. It's going to be the extra episodes again. We're just going to do the extra episodes of this.
Yep.
I'm still very sick. I was getting better for a while, and then my cough came back like last night. Now I can taste blood every time I cough.
We're keeping an eye on him. Don't worry.
Yeah, but it's terrible, and I hate it.
I'm mostly better.
So let me just make sure we have all of these unlocked, because this is the harder chapters. Like, last week we did the first chapter and the second chapter. This week we're doing the third and the fourth, assuming that the third doesn't, destroy us for some strange reason. If these three missions take as long as, 45 minutes total, then maybe this will be the second to last episode. Yeah. But hopefully this will be the last one.
Also, if doing all the extra chapters unlocks some other thing,
it would be nice to know.
Yeah. If it's not story related, it might not matter for our sake.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, we'll do like standard tournament Snark after this, probably.
Yeah, we probably
but maybe
will. I want to be able
away.
To buy all of the characters before we do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so this is what is this?
This is they're attacking things, and Akainu's like, I'm gonna fight you. It's more the Merriford battle, so it's more like mostly the same people just fighting. This was, I want to say it's Whitebeard walks in and goes, hey, I'm gonna beat you up. And,
so, and
Akainu doesn't take lightly to it. He goes, okay, well, I'm not gonna let you beat me up.
So this is, okay, so this is spawned off of a main storyline battle.
Yeah.
But it's not main storyline.
No, it's not but main storyline, but it is the same dude, yeah, which is very strange. I don't know why.
Yeah, the others it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know why the Akainus are like this already, so this is going to be confusing as fuck. Oh,
maybe this just accounts for time where this guy had his other guys fighting against the heroes.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. But I'm just figuring there's probably a reason other than laziness, because they could have just put one of the other characters.
Akainu basically teaches you to just scum everything out with Logia powers. Because the only reason that I ever really hit Whitebeard during this is because I'm turned into magma, and he misses his first hit, and then it leaves an open.
Well, that sounds like something a villain would do.
Yeah, I mean, to some extent. They're both technically villains, by the way. I don't know if I pointed that out. Whitebeard he's presented as a hero in this, but for most of the early parts of One Piece, he's considered a villain that Luffy never meets, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Like, most people consider him a villain, but then Luffy's like, he's a pirate that I have to fight against because I want to be the king of the pirates, and he's going to try and stop me.
Okay. And then they meet and he's not bad?
Yeah, and then they meet and he's like, if we met under any other circumstance, I probably would have beaten you up. And Luffy's like, yeah, probably.
So this is, not gonna... Is this gonna be the guy?
Yeah, I think we're playing as what's-his-face.
Okay.
So they're gonna beat up Luffy, and he's on his final hit, and then this guy shows up and stops them.
Is this basically just a flip of a battle we did before?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So even though it's episode Akainu, we are not playing as Akainu in this fight, thank God. Because he was the first one, and now we're playing as, I want to say the guy's name is like Aokiji? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's right there for you to know.
Yeah. Well, shit. I hate this guy's aerial stuff. It's so good.
When we fought against this guy, it gave you a little trouble, right?
Yeah.
I remember us being like, well, why is fire weak to ice?
Yeah.
Because I guess it just doesn't really work like that.
No, it doesn't really work that way because of the way that Logias work. It's like, no, there's no elemental anything going on there.
There's no element table. It's just, like, you power level, and it has a style.
Yeah, a little bit.
That makes sense.
It's like he might be stronger elementally if there was actually an element table or something like that, but the fact that Aokiji is just an absolute beast means that he doesn't care that people are fighting him with fire. Because his ice is strong enough just to freeze, fire if it needs to.
It literally is just brute force, right?
Yeah,
he's
just
power
brute forcing it, basically, yeah.
And maybe a certain element of, this is a faster kind of thing than this, or this is a more defensive thing than this.
Maybe
but
to some extent,
not enough.
No, not really. And in fact, Akainu, who's the magma guy, and Aokiji, again, I'm going to say this again because I said it, I think, last episode. They have a big fight after the Meriford stuff is done, and they completely destroy an island fighting, and Aokiji holds himself up against a guy who is just as strong as he is using magma. And it's like, okay, that's where you kind of start to blur some line.
Maybe they're not even really those elements. Maybe the fire isn't hot and the ice isn't cold. Maybe it's just the style of it.
It totally is.
Okay. I don't know.
Aokiji's ice freezes water, specifically. I think the only real leg up he has is that he is strong enough that I'm pretty sure his big fucking, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you move that he can do is he could just turn an entire island to absolute zero and it freezes everything over immediately.
Okay.
And he can just kill everyone on the island if he does it. I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Why not? Why not just have a genocide move?
Yeah, right. Blackbeard takes Whitebeard's power for himself. So this is after Whitebeard dies and then Blackbeard eats him up with his black hole stuff. So his rampage is only stopped by Fleet Admiral Sengoku. So this is going to be, I'm guessing, Sengoku with Luffy's grandpa, it looks like, fighting Blackbeard. And that's dead Whitebeard.
Okay. I don't remember the details of when
he gets his
happened.
ass just destroyed, and he dies kind of standing there. So then Blackbeard throws a black cloth over him, and then he pulls some, magician shit. And then after he walks out of the black cloth, Whitebeard is completely gone, and he has all of Whitebeard's powers, on top of his own powers, which is not something that should happen.
Is it reflected in the powers of the character when we fight them?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I guess that's something we'd find out now.
Yeah, but it's so important that happens because you're only allowed one devil fruit power, and if you eat a second one, you explode, and Blackbeard doesn't explode with two, and everybody goes, okay, how the fuck did he do it, though?
Well, he ate a person.
Yeah, nobody can figure it out. Even last time I checked the manga, last time I was actually actively reading it, nobody knew. It was one of those weird things. He is ruining me real quick.
So, it looked like he does have some... Oh, what the hell is this
I turned into
power?
Buddha, remember?
No.
Yeah, this is the guy who slowly turns into Buddha as time goes on. His fucking thing is a divine fruit of some sort. I don't know what the hell that was, though.
What?
I'm calling something in? Oh, it's bomb strikes? What the fuck?
Huh, that's a weird character.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck to use him at all. He's using, trap-related shit. He's laying down traps, and he expects the characters to walk into them.
Huh.
That's really weird.
Yeah, we haven't seen that at all in this, have we?
No. Oh, crap. I died. No, that's, I think there's at least one other character. No, there was one other character who did that, but it was Perona. It was, the girl with the weird face.
All of the girls have weird... Everyone has a weird face.
Their faces aren't weird, their bodies
Is there such thing as a normal face in this style? There's no baseline for faces.
Right, that's fair.
Which arguably makes for a distinct style, but I think they go too far.
You know what? He actually is, by the way, using Blackbeard's abilities. So I don't know. He's using Whitebeard's abilities.
Play as this character, does he have both?
I don't know. I don't remember him having both, but maybe, actually.
Huh. Or is
That's
this
so weird.
Is this a character that has a 2 years ago form?
I don't know. It could be. If it's it would make sense if he had a 2 years ago, but I don't remember if he does or not. This is legitimately confusing the hell out of me.
Huh.
I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure you can buy Blackbeard from the shop, but I don't know if you can now that I think about it.
Well, they programmed him in. He should be usable.
I mean, obviously.
I
tried to break his guard.
It's not like
he
there's
wasn't
anything
up yet.
other than this double power thing. There's nothing that indicates that he should be unusable.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that he stood up and I punched him and he died. Like, it was just one single punch where he was just standing there for a split second. That was pretty fun. Okay.
Alright.
We got Monkey D. Garp. I think that's an assist, though. That's not like a battle character.
How do we... I don't think we've ever seen an assist get used.
We use you have to use the D-pad once you set assists.
Oh, okay.
And they do have some weird, interesting abilities, but we don't actually have very many, is my biggest issue with that. Mm-hmm. So we've actually finished this up.
Oh,
there
that
it
was
is, completed.
fast.
Yeah, so now we gotta do Ace, and then that'll probably be the end of it. And Ace only has 2, and it's these 2 here.
Huh.
And as soon as we walk into one of them, I swear to God, this is going to turn into the Merriford map again. Because remember, Ace starts out like this. You do the very first mission, and then it immediately turns into Merriford. And these little pegs are on the Merriford map. But you don't see the map right now. So it's like they...
That's annoying and disingenuous.
Yeah, it feels a little disingenuous, I agree. So this has something to do with Luffy showing up and doing things, apparently.
So this side character's side chapter involves the main character.
Yeah. So Ace is captured, he's handed over, the Navy announces the world of the public execution, the execution is about to happen.
Wait, this is a prequel.
Yes. This is right before everything kicks off.
Okay.
There's a giant snail.
I noticed.
Yeah, so Whitebeard and Ace's brother by bond. By the way, Luffy and Ace aren't blood brothers.
Okay.
And somebody pointed out that the ace on his arm actually does have a specific meaning. And I had completely forgotten that it is pointed out in the manga that it's not somebody misspelled ace. It's that it stands for ace, like the A stands for ace. Mm-hmm. The S is Sanbo, their other brother, who dies, so they put a big X over his name. Okay. And the C is Crybaby, which is Luffy's nickname. Because as children, Luffy used to be crying constantly.
What's the last one?
I don't remember. And I don't know why the fuck I'm fighting Moria out of nowhere. This was Luffy's first EX was against Moria. Like, what the fuck?
Well, you're doing it again.
I guess. Oh, he's fighting me with bats. You see that?
This isn't even... I thought this was going to be like a prequel to everything. It's like, no, this is still in the plot
no, it is.
As it happened, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. I was expecting it to be like... You keep talking about shit that happened before this. It was like, do we get a battle of that?
Stuff that happened before this was pretty cool, and it would be nice if we got a battle for it. But, like, a lot of it we don't.
Those bats are a terrible effect. To me. Like, they're just, like, pure black, unshaded, just, and they pretty consistently face the viewer.
No, I think they do consistently. I'm pretty sure that they're 2D images.
I don't think that's quite it. I think they are 3D, like, there is some very subtle angling to them, but it more or less looks like they put a stamp all over the screen.
Yeah, a little bit. I think maybe that's the intent, though, at least to some extent.
Is that how it looks in the manga?
I don't remember, but it could be.
Because I can accept that they want to try and make something look like how it looks in the source material, but it looks like garbage in not just that it's in 3D and they're doing it like that, but that this style looks so completely different from that. One attack and nothing else.
Wow, okay, I landed a big hit and he did not care at all.
Oh, well.
He just kind of shrugged it off.
This is the hard chapter.
It is.
I noticed in those close-ups of his move, this guy's got webbing on his hands.
Yeah, he's a fishman.
It's good detail for the model.
Yeah, he's a fishman, so his hands are webbed. His toes are webbed as well. I'm pretty sure he has way more toes, and he might have more fingers than a normal person would.
I imagine it's hard to 3D model webbing on hands and having the fingers still move around and still look good.
I think his toes are the same number, actually. And he should have gills somewhere on his model as well. I think they're around his neck.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he looks very unusual because I think he's the only fishman in this cast, and it's really weird that they only picked Jinbei. Like, if you're going to pick anybody, picking Jinbei kind of makes sense, but, like, I don't know, throw someone else in there.
What do you prefer for your fish people? Gill behind the ear, gill on the neck, gill on the rib?
I like gill on the neck because you can do more with it, but that's just my personal opinion.
I like gill behind the ear when you combine it with like a fish fin ear. And I like gills on the ribs. If your character is gonna be shirtless for any amount of time, you might as well put them there. And mermaids and mermens are often shirtless, so it's like, put some gills there.
In One Piece, fishmen and mermaids are two completely different races that coexist together and are ruled by one particular family of people.
It's like how minotaurs and centaurs are different.
Yeah.
Almost.
Kind of. So yeah, so this fight was where they figured out that Kuma was a robot. He wasn't originally, but he sold himself to the Marines, and they turned him into a series of androids. I don't remember why or how that even made sense
in the setting.
Not at all. In fact, everybody was really confused when that kind of got thrown in because that's so out of left field. I mean, granted, we do have Frankie, who is a robot. Mostly, he's a cyborg. He's a cyborg, but then you get Kuma, and Kuma's like, this is just straight up, he's an android. He's supposed to be the Terminator.
Okay.
Like, he's quiet, and he's got, like, weird, almost sunglasses on or whatever, and he's a big dude. And it's like, oh man, he's this spooky android guy, and it's like, but he wasn't originally. Characters actively remember.
Well, now he's some other guy.
Ivankov actively mentions remembering that they used to be on the same crew. And he's like, why did you do this? Why did you turn yourself into this? Or why did you let the military turn you into this, rather?
Well, sometimes you don't let the military do things.
I think it's actively admitted that it was some kind of plea bargain. Like, he did it to save everybody else.
Okay.
They agreed not to fuck with people if he agreed to it.
Was something supposed to happen there?
No, he holds you in place for a little bit, and then I think he has an ability to do, like, a follow-up, but I don't know if I've actually seen it at all.
Okay.
It's probably that. Oh, fuck. Oh, what a pain. Fucking Doflamingo is another one of those characters who can move between islands, by the way, without actually using a ship. Like, I keep saying Aokiji can ride a bike between islands if he wants to, and Doflamingo, I think, can literally just fly between islands on his strings if he needs to. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? He has teleports?
Robots can do that?
I guess. Fucking hell.
No, there's no guidebook of different class rules that tells me that robots can't teleport.
I guess.
I mean...
Ain't no rule that says dogs can't play baseball, I guess.
It could just be that he's moving really fast. Because
yeah,
if it's
you
a
know
teleport,
what? He might be, actually.
It's within this area that's like less than a mile long. Like, this entire harbor area that you've got froze over with all the boats, like, that's like a mile radius at best.
Ow.
I mean, it's hard to tell, but he's not doing too much for anime standards. That could just be moving really fast. It's a ninja step.
Also, I called them, like, partners in, like, a crew, but they're not actually pirates. They're, Ivankov and Kuma are rebels who worked with Luffy's dad as part of the rebels who are undermining the government right now.
Just realize his cape is made of fishnets. That doesn't look very good.
No, it looks really awesome.
It should have like, it shouldn't have a solid texture in it. It should just be fishnet, right?
Actually, I'm pretty sure his cape in the manga functions like it's made of a cape, but it is designed to look like fishnet. Yeah. I don't know why he does that. It seems like a very strange...
Is it fishnet, like, kind of layered over actual fabric?
It might be. That might be what it is.
Because it looks like it shouldn't flow in the wind quite like this, because it should have a bunch of holes in it.
In fact, that might be why his stockings are like that, too. They could just be other materials with fishnet on top.
Or that the fishnet is just a kind of a enlarged texture of what would be like sheer stocking material.
Or something like that, yeah.
But it's still like, why would you make a cape of that?
I don't know.
This other guy's cape kind of makes sense.
Oh, his cape is a jacket.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's doing that anime thing. He's,
I mean,
instead
a
of a fur
jacket
coat,
made
it's
out
like a
of...
feather coat. It's super nice.
Yeah, like, a jacket made out of a big fucking King Kamehameha cape is weird, but okay. It would make more sense as just a cape. Historically, that's a thing. Yeah, they're usually red, though.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Well, his is pink because he's a flamingo. He's Doflamingo.
Yeah. Do flamingo feathers even look quite like this?
I actually have no idea. I've never had the privilege of being that close to a flamingo to tell. I see them in zoos sometimes, but not often.
Because, like, we don't think about it, but there's different types of feather texture. And I wouldn't be the expert to talk about
me
it.
neither.
Like, flamingos don't really have long tail feathers, and the flight feathers are going to be stiffer, probably.
I mean, maybe. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Some bird experts need to start listening to our LPs and,
something like that, anyway,
tell us about this stuff. Also, flamingo feathers are usually not a perfectly bright pink. They're just kind of like paler and white and a little splotchy.
I was
and
doing
then
so
red
good,
at
now
the
he's
tips.
ruining me.
It's fine. I can talk about flamingos for easily another 2 minutes.
No, it's fine.
At the Honolulu Zoo, the first thing you see when you pay and you go through the gate is the flamingos. They're right up there. It's quite nice. It's just that's what I think of when I think of flamingos. It's just like that specific exhibit that was there pretty much my whole life. And it's basically just like, I don't know how many flamingos, but it's like the area is probably only as big as our apartment, but I don't think they need that much space.
No, yeah. Flamingos, for the most part, you can have them in a relatively small space and they're fine. So long as they have, like, a water feature with plenty of, like, shrimp in it.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, that's what you do. And the weather's fine for them there.
Apparently people are eating flamingos lately.
What?
I don't know. That's
Why
what I
would
keep
you?
hearing people yell about that. I don't know.
How much meat is even on a flamingo?
Not a lot.
Yeah. Like, I can't imagine it would be all that good.
Yeah,
It would
you'd
probably
expect
taste
it to
like
be pretty
shrimp.
bad anyway, yeah.
Probably tastes like shrimp and nothing else.
I don't know if it would taste like shrimp. It might be like a shrimpier meat, sure. It's one of those, like, yeah, you will kind of do taste an awful lot like the shit you eat. But,
Which is why both of us taste like lasagna and cake. Yeah, we don't eat that much cake.
Lasagna's just a kind of cake.
That's true.
It's like a pizza cake.
That's kind of true, except I think a pizza cake might just be a thing.
Okay, then it's like a spaghetti cake.
It's like if you put 2 deep dish pizzas on top of each other, you'd be layering them, and that would make a cake.
I guess.
And then you frost it with mozzarella.
But it's one of those things where it's like if you eat coconut crab is like really, really sweet crab. Like unbelievably coconutty sweet crab, apparently. I don't think either of us actually eats crab. I know that from people talking about it.
Yeah, no, I don't eat seafood except for seaweed, which I eat with, like, rice and vegetables.
That's also one of the reasons that you're not really supposed to eat predatory animals, like carnivores, because they usually taste like crap.
Well, like, you'd think they would taste like the meat they're eating, but the meat they're eating tastes like the plants, except not really.
Yeah, except,
but, like, there's an extra level of
It's a few
removal.
removed there. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, they comboed off my ass easy.
Yeah, oh, this is gonna be a close one.
Oh, it's gonna be unbelievably close.
Never mind.
It's gonna be unbelievably dead and a loss for me. I'll give this a couple more shots. This is the last one, so I'm gonna have to finish this before the episode's done.
Yeah.
Which is probably gonna suck a little bit, I gotta be real.
Yeah. For anyone who hasn't seen what a baby flamingo looks like, go do that.
Yeah.
They're little puffy gray chicks with the big old flamingo legs coming off. Like, when you have a baby of a long-legged bird, the legs are still proportional, but then it's a baby and it's fluffy and it doesn't have the proper feathers and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's basically you've got, like, a marshmallow peep on stilts, and it is precious.
You can make them by taking a marshmallow peep and putting it on, I don't know, 2 red vines.
Okay, so a red vine is way longer than would proportion out right for a marshmallow peep.
I don't know. Take a red vine and cut it in half. There you go.
Yeah, well, I'm just imagining
Baby
a really
flamingo.
long-legged peep flamingo now.
Well, good. That's my intent. Hopefully you never stop thinking
Just
about
strutting around on really, really long
that.
legs.
Oh, fuck.
No neck.
Ivankov does a lot of his stuff in the air, by the way, and like every one of the characters in this fight is somebody who has stuff that throws up into the air. Like Kuma has a bunch of moves that go aerial, Doflamingo has a bunch of moves that are aerial, and it's like, oh no, I'm just screwed in this
They
fight.
probably did that exactly on purpose.
I imagine so, yeah. It's really fucking annoying, if I'm to be totally honest.
Yeah, well, this is the last fight of the last chapter.
Yeah, so technically
yeah.
this is like the final fight in
And
the
remember
game, I
that, like,
guess.
the last fight, the main fight, gave you quite a bit of
Oh
trouble.
yeah, no, it did.
Yeah, and that was using a character who was probably easier to handle.
Oh yeah,
than this
way
one, right?
easier to handle than Ivankov. Ivankov is like I said, he does a lot of stuff that's in the air, and I don't like it, to be honest. It's all over the place.
Oh. Okay, that's one down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh god, is it a KO or do I still have one? I'm confused.
Yeah, no, because it... it gave you basically a cutscene.
Yeah, every time that we've gotten that, it's been KO at the end of it. So I was like, oh shit, did it KO both of them or just one, or what the hell's going on? I was really confused for a second. I thought maybe I had won.
Yeah, it would have been nice if you only had to kill one of them.
Oh my god, stop it! Stop comboing me, you dick! Fucking Kuma.
So we talked about flamingos. Should we talk about robot bears or whatever?
I don't know. Can you think of anything to say about robot bears?
Bear feet look kind of like human feet.
I guess.
Enough that sometimes people think they're a Bigfoot or something.
I guess.
Yeah, have we had Bigfoot discussion on mic? Because
No,
we had
I
Bigfoot
guess
discussion
not.
in life.
Yeah, we recently had a lot of Bigfoot discussion. I don't remember why 100%, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that we, and also your mom, were in agreement that Bigfoot ain't real.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's our stance. It's controversial. Bigfoot ain't real.
I believe that the potential for Bigfoot being real exists, but that it's very likely not.
Yeah, yeah. It's and because it would, you know, by now we would have found one. Like the only real.
Well, that's really never been a great argument, but
Well,
for
it's not like a deep
megafauna,
sea thing or anything. Like it's just out in the woods.
no, it's not a great argument because there are a lot of things just out in the woods that people don't find the bodies of for quite some time.
Well, I guess like in like American forests.
In North America, it can happen. Yes, it's not 100%, gonna happen.
Because we're not
but-
talking like the deepest jungles of Africa.
I mean, think of how
or
many
the
people just
Amazon.
sort of disappear in North American forests,
Um.
and then you never find body.
Well, it's not necessarily that, because sometimes people aren't looked for. Like, they don't realize the person's dead and not just missing until after it's too late, or someone didn't have family who was looking for them, or something.
I
Like,
don't know.
there's other factors. People are actively looking for Bigfoots
I guess.
and can't find them.
I guess.
Which is why I like the weird, Bigfoot is like an astral traveling alien.
No, that's
thing.
so stupid.
It's silly.
Don't even.
I like that it's silly. Because it
that
paints
one
a
move.
fun picture, that's all.
Oh my god, he's so fucking combo happy. He's got on the grounds. It's such a pain in my butt.
That's the point, you're fighting.
I know,
Your
but
butt's
it's like,
gonna be in pain.
yeah, but he is. Oh god, like they picked the two characters that would be the worst to have to fight against as Ivankov, and I know they did it on purpose. Like I'm aware. Oh fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't touch that at all. If you touch it, you're fucked.
And this game does not give you, like, double jumps to get away from shit.
No,
like that.
you've got one jump and you've got your weird shift to the left and the right. Like, there's a little bit of a shuffle you got if you go off of your guards and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn it. Oh, fuck. I knew it was going to happen.
You get one and the other gets mad.
I know. Well, no, it's not like a Ornstein and Smaug where you get one and then the other gets mad. It's like you get one and then the other comes in and the other's probably not hurt almost at all.
Although if someone wants to do that fan art, not me,
Oh,
it sounds
gross.
boring.
I don't think that would work for Kuma and Doflamingo. They have almost nothing to do with one another at all.
Yeah, why are we fighting these two particular characters?
I don't, because during Merriford, I guess they were both technically on the same side, but it's like, I don't even remember Doflamingo doing almost anything in Merriford. Like,
is it just there's kind of like rioting happening, so people are fighting?
I mean, maybe, and people are picking sides based on the fact that, well, we're technically on the same side, or something like that.
Yeah, it's just, hey, that's one of those guys, let's get him. And then we'll fight each other later because we hate each other.
Yeah, that's kind of how the whole Whitebeard on Luffy thing happened, was it was kind of like, well, typically we'd probably be enemies, but we're both trying to save Ace, so I guess we're on the same side right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's like, yeah, hey, alright. I think everybody else just kind of accepted it, so sure.
And I can't...
Fucking... You cannot escape that! That's such a pain! You literally...
kind of escaped it.
Yeah, well, I barely escaped it that time. I know exactly what I did that escaped it, too. It's because I did my weird, like, over-the-top... It's an aerial guard break thing. Yeah, I know. I'm having to be in, like, hockey form the entire time to get that to work. There we go.
Ah,
Fuck.
nice!
Ooh, okay.
He can just take it.
Yeah, he's just dead. I did not want to have to fucking do that fight. He's dead now.
Forever.
Fuck Doflamingo. I think he's not even dead in the manga. I think he's in prison right now.
Well, all of these people should be in prison.
No, most of them run prison.
They should be in prison too.
Kizaru runs a prison. He's an admiral. I
That
don't think he actually
probably
runs
means
prison.
he belongs in the prison.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
so...
if you work there, you belong there. But I mean
God.
more
So
like
1, 2,
like
1, 2.
These guys seem like
1,
assholes.
2, 1 out of 2, and then that's both of them. Okay, so I think that's it. Yep, we're done.
Wow.
That's 100%. It did not even give us something new. That's
hell?
so disappointing.
Well,
but yeah,
when you go out to
completed,
the main menu,
completed.
Could it potentially?
Potentially, but I don't think it's gonna.
Oh,
yeah.
what the hell?
That's fine. I accept it. I accept that our fate is to not get anything good.
Well, is it possible that there's other things to complete before it's complete, but we have to unlock them by doing other modes?
We gotta buy characters still.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Let me see who's actually left for buyable characters real quick, and I'll pick someone up. Smoker's here. Is it 2 years ago Smoker? Yes, it is. Okay. Which doesn't matter, because 2 years ago Smoker is basically the same guy. Law... Kid, Drake, okay, yeah, Fujitora, Burgess. Burgess is, if I get Burgess, I'm gonna have to get somebody else who doesn't. I'm gonna get this guy, because this is, Eneru is literally, he is a boss character from an arc that happens way before Merriford, but he's literally just a Raiji. Like, am I saying that, am I remembering that right?
Raijin?
Yeah, Raijin. Sorry, I missed an N. He's a Oni with electric powers, kind of.
Okay.
Pick up your controller. Let's do the free battle. So we're gonna do 2-person play. Still very sick. So I gotta pick 3. You probably shouldn't do random. I think I said that the last time.
Yeah,
but, like,
well, I'm just gonna tell you to pick my characters.
I don't want to pick your characters for you. Just pick characters you think look good. And
None
yes, I know the joke is gonna be none of them look good. I know. I can already guess your joke, so don't...
Should we pick assists so we see what they look like?
Yeah, we could pick some assists. I don't think we have very many, but we can go for it. Who do I want to pick? Let's see. I'm not gonna do Smoker. I'm trying to think of characters that we haven't really seen much of, and characters that I want to like actually try. You know what? I'll do Buggy. Buggy's fine. So in order to go to assists, I think it's back.
Huh.
And then you click them off of the screen. We've only got 4.
And they all ugly.
And then they explain it, but these are just pictures. They're not actually battleable, like, things or anything like that. So you got, like, Das Bones, which is Mr. 1.
So do they activate, or are these passive buffs?
You activate them by hitting left, right, up, or down on the D-pad, specifically.
Okay.
So attack increases during awakening, although this one might be active automatically. Like, I think some of them might be passive, and some of them are active. Increases attack and defense while burning gauge is full. Activate to temporarily prevent all knockback and stun effects. And then activate to temporarily weaken and disable abilities of Devil Fruit enemies. So
that's everyone?
I'm going to activate that one. Yeah, I'm only going to pick 1. You can pick 3. I don't care. It's up to you.
Okay.
Press A button.
Alright,
Just look around a little.
all of these are just nobody to me.
I know.
No, I'm gonna turn around and you just pick.
No, oh, come on. Don't make me pick for you.
Well,
Quit it.
none of these, I'm gonna lose either way.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Nah.
Look, I'm looking away, so it's a surprise,
Okay,
but
there.
it's not random.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, hold on. There you go.
I don't care what you do.
Okay,
Here.
I'll just do the other
It's not like we have
3.
anything.
Oh, God. Okay. I'll just do the other 3 then.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they pick some of the ugliest characters to be the fucking assists. Let me think. Sea Forest is nice. I want to pick one that we haven't done
Not
yet.
that one.
No, because these are like the ones that we've done a million times.
Yeah, I don't need to see those raving pirates.
Let's do the
over and over again.
Sandora Ruins. You could be a koala.
So what does that mean,
I have
though?
no idea. I tapped out of One Piece before Koala was ever really a character. She existed. I remember seeing her. She's Sabo's like right-hand woman. Oh, there's a big snake in the background.
Cool.
Wait, is it? Oh, I know where we are. This is you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an itchy wrist or something?
Revolutionaries. Yeah, I guess. And this is his stage. Like, this would be that guy's. Bugga the Clown. Okay, so this is a island that exists above clouds, sitting on top of thick sea-like clouds. And this particular island is, you reach it via like, God, I think they had to ride an air current up into the sky. And there's like a bunch of weird shit going on all over the place over here. And this is, Eneru is from here, and he's trying to conquer this place. But it turns out at the end that he's actually just trying to leave. Because he wants to go to a place that has more dirt than this island, which has almost none whatsoever.
He needs dirt?
Yes, because dirt is valuable if you're living in the sky, apparently. Because there's very little of it there. So people are like, okay, so what does that mean exactly? Like, can't you just go to the islands below? And he's like, there are islands below? And they're like, oh no. And then Eneru's like, okay, well my plan is to go to the island, not even the island, I think it's like the land made of dirt. And people are like, what the fuck is the land made of dirt? And at the end of his arc, he loses to Luffy, but still has enough energy because he's charging like his fancy fucking ship. He still gets enough energy to go to where he's trying to, and the last panel is him sitting in an airship that he has charged up with super electricity, and he's flying it to the moon. And it's just like, oh, you're just gonna die then.
I'm just not paying attention because I'm trying to figure out which buttons
Okay.
are actually going to work when I want them to.
Well, that's a guard.
I almost figured out dodging.
That's guard and hit any direction.
I'm trying. Does
No,
this guy
hold
not guard?
guard and hit any direction. There you go.
Oh, okay. I gotta flick. It's not at the same time.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it doesn't work if you're in an attack already, I guess.
No, it doesn't. Like, guarding in any game, it doesn't work when you're, like, actively being hit.
I guess? Oh, that just activated on its own.
Yeah.
Or, oh, okay. Can I just, it just let me with the second one. It gave me the D-pad. We don't have like a run, do we?
No. Yeah, I think
this is just the speed we're always
what
at.
you're going, that's the fastest. Yes.
Oh, I'm dead.
That's
I don't know what this guy does.
Sabo beats people up with a pipe.
Is that it?
I'm pretty sure. I think he's just. I'll let you kill Luffy because honestly, I wanted to see Buggy anyway. I think Sabo's entire thing is just he was a scrappy kid from the wrong... Well, he's actually a scrappy kid from the right side of the island, but he likes to think he's from the wrong side of the island. or you know, rather he wanted to be from the wrong side of the island. So he just fights people with a pipe.
Okay.
Yeah, I just powered up, don't worry.
No.
Special Muggy Ball.
Okay,
You knocked
I
me
was
out
in
of
an
it.
attack, wasn't I?
Yeah, if you hit R3, you have that right now. You've got your Ultra.
Oh. Okay. So.
And then if you hit it a second time, you do the full version.
Okay.
You might actually kill me here, I don't know. Oh no, I was already hit and you did not wait for my invincibility frames.
Oh, okay.
So you picked a bad time to go after me. I just realized you're playing as a really strong character and I'm playing as a really weak one. I am actually probably gonna die here.
Well,
I shouldn't have let you
my character.
Yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't have let you beat up my Luffy, actually. Oh no, I still... Oh god, okay.
You did a whole bunch at once and I couldn't get out of it. That's it.
Yeah, I comboed off. Okay, good. Buggy's the winner. Final thoughts?
I still don't really understand.
Yeah.
Like, in general, like, the game's controls and also this plot. But I feel like I slightly am less confused.
To some extent, right?
It's X-Men, but everyone's a gag character.
You know more about One Piece now than you did when we started, at the very least.
The things I know are probably wrong.
Yeah, well, at least you know that they're you know, X-Men, except when they're not. Because not every character has devil fruit powers.
Well, it's X-Men, but everyone's a gag character.
And
there can be gag characters that aren't X-Gene.
Sometimes characters who have things that look like X-Gene powers aren't devil fruit users.
Juggernaut.
There's a character actively in Luffy's crew who has the ability to kick things so unbelievably hard that he can smash ships in half with his legs. His name's Sanji, and he's their cook.
Okay.
And after the time skip, he learns how to kick so good he can kick air, and he learns to fly just by kicking the air.
Does he like just helicopter kick?
No. He literally
sky?
He'll jump and then he'll do small kicks into the air, and if he does small kicks down, like it looks like he's stepping, he just goes up, 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 up every time he kicks down.
Okay.
It's literally, they took him to an island that he didn't want to be on, and he started running away from people who were living there, and it got to the point where he was cornered, and the way he phrases it is, there was nowhere left to run, so I started to run up. And everyone's like, what? And Sanji's like, I can fly now.
Okay, sure. Anime.
Yeah, anime. Okay. Final thoughts are... That's it. X-Men, I guess, on the high seas. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Don't give it up, Luffy. Don't give it up, Solo. Don't give it up now.